Hey everybody, this is Lady D, and I wanted to come on today to do a short commentary on the Word Network's presentation of the Voices of the Black Church, relevant, resourceful, and ready to empower the next generation program. And I'm not for sure if it was presented in different places at different times, but I know here in Eastern time zone, and I'm in Michigan, it was presented tonight, and it was basically a forum, and they brought in some, heavy hitters, and they had a lot of from women to men to the older ones, to the youngest ones, and it was taped live here in Detroit, Michigan, at Second Ebenezer Church under Bishop Edgar Van. What I want to focus on in this particular video right here, and I hope I'm not all close in the camera because I feel really close to the lens, but that's okay. I want to talk about the next group that came up after the women's section on tonight's presentation. And this forum group had Noel Jones in it. Liston Page was doing the MCing, and who else? You had Ron Gibson, you had Charles Ellis, you had some other people on there. But anywho, what was amazing to me about this part, the question of they spent their entire time on this particular part of the forum talking about prosperity, and the misrepresentation of it and different things like that. And one of the main things that I thought was just hilarious is looking at some of these prosperity preachers sitting up on that stage trying to I guess put a good twist to the prosperity gospel, or trying to say, basically trying to say, I'm not in the prosperity gospel, this is what I'm in. Kind of like I'm in it, but I'm really not in it. What prosperity really is, or if this prosperity is misrepresented. And I just thought that was so hilarious because these people are sitting on the stage, and they have some of the highest booking fees, more, some of them higher than some of these secular artists out here, secular people that come in to speak, and they have some of the highest booking fees just coming to somebody's church to preach the gospel. I think that that's hilarious to me, that you have the nerve to sit up here and talk about prosperity and to talk about how it's negative or however like that, and you're in the midst of it. I don't understand that. And you're one of the biggest prosperity preachers. You're one that has 5 lines. You got a $50 line, a $100 line, a $1,000 line, a $3,000 line, and a $10,000 line. And here you are trying to teach the people on the misrepresentation of prosperity, or trying to teach us otherwise. Your action speaks louder than your words. How do you model, like they said, model a false prosperity and then get angry or get upset when people, look at it the wrong way? And somebody said that people are certain ones are guilty of modeling a false prosperity on the backs of people. Then that's so true. And on the other hand, the people were trying to say that please know that some of us, not all of us, some of us have made it. We are prosperous dealing with money now based on our business efforts, not based on what the members do. This is based on what we do. We write books, we go here, we do this, we have businesses such and such like that. And I agree with that. I know that everyone does not go that route. Just like, for example, well, I'm not going to call any names. I just thought it was just hilarious. I'll just say it like this. From the MC on down, I just thought it was hilarious to talk about this. And then the guy was like, I think it's something that we spent 30 minutes talking about this, and we could have been talking about preaching the gospel. We could have been talking about what the Lord is saying and all this other stuff. And you know why we took 30 minutes talking about that? Because that is what is on the forefront now. It's not about what the Lord is saying. It's not what the Lord is telling us to do. It's not about how to walk in his ways, how to obey him, how to learn his ways, how to suffer long. It's not about that. It's not about long suffering anymore. It's about get quick, microwave, and all this other stuff. That's what it's about. And one guy said, that yes, the preachers are guilty, but the people are guilty as well. I agree with that. He said, yes, we need to quit selling, but the people need to quit buying. And that's so true. How in the world are you going to give a preacher, visiting preacher, and you travel, first of all, you traveling miles away, and you won't even get your behind up to go to your own church for Sunday school at 8 a.m. in the morning, but you will travel 5 hours to go see a bishop so-and-so and stand in his $1,000 line, but your church is the door's about to be closed because y'all can't pay the mortgage. Your lights are about to come off. You don't have any running water. And come on now, does that make any sense? It was a light-skinned man, and he was making some real good points about the prosperity preachers and things like that. And this is funny to me. Charles Ellis gave an example of what he's doing as far as being an example to his congregation. He was saying that he has an Escalade, and as an example to his congregation, he didn't renew his lease on his Escalade, so he got a Chrysler Sebring. Well, Ron Gibson comes in and says, well, how is that being an example? Because if you think about it, okay, you didn't get the Escalade, but you got a Sebring to add to the rest of your fleet of cars. Oh my, when he said that, it was a wrap. Noel Jones also made a good point, and he was talking about, because everybody always want to talk about some prophetic this and I'm prophetic that, and we need to speak the prophetic of what the Lord is saying. And Bishop Jones said, I just want to know this, and all of this prophetic stuff, why didn't any of all the prophetic people announce to the people that, you know, their houses are about to be foreclosed on? You're going to lose your job in this upcoming the stocks are going to fall, the banks are going to do this. I didn't hear anybody saying that. And you know why nobody said that? Because if I tell you all that, you're not going to keep giving me your money, are you? Well, some of us will, but the good sense people will keep their money in their pocket because they know if this is coming, I got to be prepared to ride that season out. That's okay. But I'm telling you, this was just so interesting to me how you got these people on here talking about prosperity when they're some of the biggest partakers in the prosperity gospel. And then have the nerve to say, let's get to the real issue. Can we get to the real issue and get past this prosperity thing? And so how can we really be relevant, resourceful, and ready to empower the next generation? Only thing that this generation is empowering the next generation for is the prosperity gospel, is a quick fix. It's not long suffering. It's not holiness. It's not obedience. It's not getting on your face seeking the Lord. It's not fasting and praying. It's not that. It's come to me. I got your answer. It's not go to the Lord. Don't come to me. I'm only a mere man. Seek him. He will give you the answer. It's not that anymore. No, it's not that. That's what the old folks used to do. I wish we can go back to the old ways. I sure do. I wish we can go back to shut-ins and laying on our face, even if it's just to pick up the fundamentals and the basics of what we need to be so that we can be where we need to be and go where we need to go. Because I just say, if we continue on the road that we are, it's no telling how the state of the church or the body of Christ will be in general, or at least what people say is the church or Christians, or you know how everybody fits under that umbrella, but then again we don't. So anywho, this is just my little commentary. Feel free to add your responses, your comments, and if you want to discuss the other parts, because they had about the commentary, they had about the younger preaching. You had Bryant, you had Vernon, you had some rest of them there. The women, you had Iona Locke, Millicent Hunter. I probably said that before, I'm not for sure. And you have some other ones. So anywho, I just thought I wanted to share that piece of it, but you're more than welcome to talk about the other parts. Alrighty, until next time, bye bye.